You know, you've probably seen magazines and newspapers that rank the top hospitals in the country. People pay attention to these rankings, but I've learned sometimes the most important information is just simply not available, at least not to the public. I'm going to get to that point in just a minute. But first, my friend and colleague, Elizabeth Cohen, found a disturbing example of what we're talking about in Lexington, Kentucky.
On the surface, Kentucky Children's Hospital is all kittens, murals, and smiling faces. But inside, there's a secret. Last August, 6-month-old Connor Wilson died after having heart surgery.
His lips were blue, his eyelids were blue, his fingers were blue.
And another baby, Rayshawn Lewis Smith, died after heart surgeries. Newborn Waylon Rainey had surgery and went into heart failure. He barely survived. Jackson Russell had heart surgery, and his parents say it was botched, and a surgeon at a different hospital had to fix it.
He said there was a lot of scar tissue and infection that was left behind.
All of this happened within 8 weeks. It was a crisis, to say the least. So in October, Kentucky Children's Hospital, a part of the University of Kentucky, stopped doing heart surgeries and put its chief heart surgeon, Dr. Mark Plunkett, on temporary leave. Now the question is, were these 4 babies the only ones who suffered? How many other babies died or had complications at Kentucky Children's? No one knows. Why? Because the hospital refuses to say. Heart programs at many other children's hospitals report their mortality rates right on their websites. But Kentucky Children's refuses to release their mortality rate. They won't give it to us. They won't give it to parents. They won't even give it to the Kentucky Attorney General. The parents are angry and demanding answers.
Do you feel like there are things they're just not telling you?
I think they're hiding something.
The Attorney General ruled that by withholding the data, the university was in violation of the state's Open Records Act. The university has appealed that ruling. We asked a hospital executive about the heart surgery mortality rates. He said they were average.
They were okay, and okay isn't good enough for me. It's got to be better. It's got to be good.
And still, he won't release the mortality rate.
Why won't you give it to parents whose babies are in your hospital?
As I said, I have not been asked by a parent about data personally.
We talked to plenty of parents who said, we want this data. So I'm surprised you don't know that parents want this data.
It's not gotten to me.
But don't you think parents want data? I mean, they're having their baby's heart operated on. Don't you think they want to know the success rates?
You may be sophisticated and ask about data. Most of our patients want to come in and they want to be assured that we're committed to doing the very best they can for them. Most of them would have a hard time understanding data. Data is a complex issue.
These parents say they understand numbers just fine.
My first question was, I want to know statistics. I want to know hard facts. I want to know chances, possibilities. I want to know everything you could tell me.
Dr. Karp says there's another reason they won't provide the mortality rate. He says it would violate patient privacy. Even though the data is just numbers, there are no patients identified. And what of Dr. Plunkett? He resigned, and he has a new job at the University of Florida doing the same surgeries. Kentucky Children's Hospital says after an internal review, they will start doing heart surgeries again. And Karp says this time, he'll make sure that the program is top-notch. But these parents say as long as the death rate remains a secret, it's not safe for any child to have heart surgery at Kentucky Children's.
I'm standing up for the ones who have lost their kids. The moms that I've had to stand in the hallway with and try to console because they've lost their children. And they don't know what's happened, and there's still no answers given to them.
I said it's scary to think that maybe, the reason that they had been shut down could have been prevented, and our child could have still been here today.